So, I think it's a universal fact that East Coasters are kind of dicks. I mean, it's kind of like where chivalry came to die. You know, we all know it. We're East Coasters. We screen all of our calls. Nobody gives up bus seats anymore. And if you see the woman cut in line with more than 10 express items, you are calling her out on her shit. You know it. I know it. We're mean here. You know where they're not mean, though? Is Park City, Utah. So my folks moved out to Park City, Utah a couple of years ago, and I promise you, this is the last place on earth where people slow down for yellow lights. And true story, my dad was once pulled over after making a legal U-turn, and the cop apologized for his mistake. Just keep that in mind. That is a very crucial part of the story. So I was out in Park City a couple of years ago over the summertime, and I was nursing probably one of the worst sinus headaches, congestion that I had ever had, the kind where you can't really open your eyes fully or breathe through the top half of your face. Just really, really bad, and I was on the couch. Now, Park City is very famous for their winter sports. The Olympic Games were out there a few years ago, but their summers are absolutely gorgeous. It's the desert out there, so there's a lot of really wonderful hiking trails. And I was on the couch for like 2 days on my 80th episode of Property Brothers when my mom gave me the same sage medical advice that everybody's mom does when you spend 2 days on the couch, which is get off your ass and go get some exercise, you'll feel better. So they were going into Salt Lake, which was about 45 minutes away from Park City for the afternoon. And I decide, fine, I'll put on my sneakers, I'll go for a hike, I'll make myself feel better. So being the desert, it was very hot, but not very humid. So it was this dry heat, which was wonderful for the congestion. And as I'm walking, I could feel the congestion in my head start to release. My nose starts running. I could breathe for the first time in a couple of days. And I finally get that Park City feeling of just wanting to be nice to everybody. And I'm just like walking along. There's a couple of hikers. Hi, how are you? And I'm suddenly really friendly. And they're like, great. And then I keep walking. And I get to the end. And I'm feeling so wonderful. I call my mom. Hey, can I pick up anything for dinner while I'm in this really great mood? She's like, yeah, go to Papa Murphy's. So Papa Murphy's is this pizza place. I see a couple nodding. So it's wonderful. Basically what they do is they spend about 20 minutes talking to you about what kind of pizza you want. They build it. And they give it to you uncooked, which I know seems kind of like a jip, but they give it to you uncooked, you bring it home, you pop it in the oven for like 20 minutes, and it's amazing. So I'm there, I'm talking to the guys, yes, olives, no, pepperoni, whatever. Great, it'll be about 15 minutes. I go for a walk around the shopping plaza, in and out of stores. Would you like me to build a dressing room for you? No, I'm just browsing. And then I finally go back to Papa Murphy's, pick up the pizza, I go home, I'm in a great mood. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna hop in the shower before my family gets back. Go in the bathroom and I turn the light on and I physically recoil when I look in the mirror. Just a full-on, just recoil. Let me rewind a little bit. So in the desert, the air is so parched that the capillaries in your nose sometimes crack, which causes nosebleeds. And because I'm such a lady, I was hiking 2 hours earlier. What I mistook to be my nose running, I reacted like anybody would. So what I was looking at 2 hours later was red, brown. It looked like somebody gave a toddler a snow cone. Like it was like a clown at the end of a shift in a sauna. It was just all over my face. And then you have the same thought you do at the end of a day when you find a piece of spinach in your teeth and you go, who have I talked to? Okay, so I was hiking, so it was the hikers who saw me originally with the wet blood. They must have thought I went to town on a small woodland creature or something. Then it was the guys at the pizza place who stared me dead in the face as I talked about the merits of pineapple on pizza looking like something out of True Blood. You know, channeling my full Hannibal Lecter going into the shops with like a distinctable like red blood stain up the back of my khaki shorts. No, I don't want a dressing room. And then there was the guy who let me cut in front of him in traffic who probably thought that I had gone like face first into a brick wall at some point. So I'm staring at myself in the mirror and then it dawns on me. I'm a pretty astute person most of the time. I feel like if somebody would have given me even a little bit of a hint that I was walking around looking like a lesbian vampire, that I would have gotten the idea. Let it sink in for a minute. That I would have gotten the idea to like check myself and like, I don't know, clean up a bit. But they're so goddamn nice out there that nobody made me think for a minute that anything was wrong. Now let me tell you, leave you with this. If you get on a SEPTA bus with a little bit of toothpaste on your lip, somebody's gonna give you a side eye, you're gonna get shade from the bus driver, you're gonna get some kind of inkling that you need to check yourself before you talk to anybody important. And let me tell you this, that is an East Coast kindness you should not take for granted. Thank you.